My name is Damali Ssali and I welcome you to this episode of the Ideation Corner. The Ideation Corner is a space where ideas are discussed and dissected. And today I host Nyombi Morris, who is a climate activist. And he's going to tell us about the movement that he's part of and everything that he's doing. Morris, you're very welcome.
Thank you so much, Madam Damali. My name is Nyombi Morris, as I said, and I'm a climate justice activist who is pushing for climate change curriculum in schools. Mostly I'm focusing on primaries because these are young people who are going to replace me when I'm retired. And I'm retiring because I'm soon retiring. I will not die in this. So I started this, that was in 2019. This movement is big. It's led by an 18-year-old climate justice activist also from Sweden who brought this to us. And also one of our girls, she's prominent, that is Vanessa Nakati. She copied the idea, and one day I saw her standing in front of our parliament demanding for climate justice. So before, I didn't know much about climate, but when I met her, I got a chance to meet her.
You met her face to face?
Yes, because actually we are not far from each other. She was my neighbor since 2012.
Oh, where?
Luzira.
Okay.
So when we met, we discussed a lot. She told me about the climate change movement and what the youth want. So has she lighted everything, and she was like, our future has to start with us. We are the leaders. The so-called leaders won't do anything unless we rise up. So since then, I started joining the movement, spiking on street, and also...
And how does someone say join a movement?
How to join?
Yeah. So if I'm a young person, hypothetically, if I'm a young person, and I wanted to join this movement, how do I join?
How do you join?
Yes.
You first need to get in touch with those who are in the movement.
Not like you?
Yes.
Okay.
I explain to you what exactly you need. Because one, when you don't know, still you will not be visible. Our target is to share and the world listen, and to teach the world also what they need to do. So we use social media, and also we use sometimes when they invite us on TV shows, radios. So when you approach us, we tell you what to do. You need a cardboard with some words which you think your people are demanding. Okay, you use as a message in communication. You use that communication is the easiest. When you are just joining, you may find that people don't know you, and it will take time. So the only way to get a chance to appear in front of the media or in a TV show or radio show, it can take 2 years, 3 years. So it is not easy to get that. So when you use that cardboard to pass in your message, definitely it will reach one day. You have hope, but you cannot just come and speak. You know what? Do this, do this. People will listen, yes, and you end there. But media keeps things. That's why when you come to us, we give you ideas, what you need. We tell you, do you have social media? Open up. Do you have Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter? Please open up. We'll help you amplify your voice by retweeting and sharing your content.
Okay.
And also, you join us in the strikes. Because once you are alone, sometimes you receive threats. It is very possible.
Oh.
Yeah, it is possible. That's why sometimes we advise all young activists who are joining us to do it from home. At least stand when you are next to your home, your parents, so that in case they grab you, your parents are able to explain. So sometimes not easy. That's why we advise you to join us when there is a strike, or you stay home and strike from home. It's not bad as long as you are passing in the message.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. And then, so you're part of this movement. How many in Uganda, for example? How many are you?
Here I can count we are 42. There is 2 groups so far which are known. There is Rise Up Movement and Fridays for Future Uganda.
Okay.
Or one is led by Vanessa Nakati, that is Rise Up Movement, and for Fridays for Future Uganda is led by Hilda.
What's the difference between those two?
They're doing the same.
They're doing the same, they just different words.
Yeah, just different word, but the same one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why during the strikes, we come together and share the message, send the message.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you want to see as young people who want to save the environment? What exactly do you want to see?
One, we are witnessing actually events like extreme weather events, or which are linked to climate change, mostly the floods. Kasese, right now, many people are still in camps. There was floods in May. Again, it happened in August. No media covered about that in May. They came back and covered this recent one in August. But people who are in camps are not brought to speak up on TV when they are interviewing. They only interview what is happening here, but they don't follow up and see who are the people who have been displaced and where are they. Some people are unable to even to earn a living just to get a single meal a day. That's why we will rise up just to speak for those who can't speak, mostly, and also to be the planet voice. Our planet has species which can't speak, and that species will disappear the moment they continue to threaten them. Once their homes are being destroyed, they will come to us. I don't know if you can fight a lion. When it comes, you just run, and definitely it will grab you. Because we are destroying their homes, and the only place to run is this side. So we speak for the planet and also for the indigenous people who have been threatened by climate change, who have been linked to catastrophes, like some are not floods, some are facing hunger. When you go to Kalamoja, that side is dry. So those people, you cannot see them here. But for us, we know what is happening when we go there for tour. But they cannot speak because actually they speak even different language. So sometimes those people need support from us. But we don't support them. So those people, and these in Kasese, and also our natural resources, need voice. And that is us who came out to do that.
Okay. So tell me, we were speaking earlier and you told me about how you started when you decided that, okay, I need to do something, how you started with the schools. Tell me about that process.
Yeah. Actually, in this movement, we all demand for climate action mostly. And we always say another world is possible, blah, 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 and many things. But the reason why nothing has happened ever since the Paris Agreement was signed in 2015 is that we have failed to take action, even as activists. You are demanding leaders' action, but for you, what can you do? You are giving out solutions on social media, you are talking a lot of stuff, you know a lot of science, but what can you offer, you as activists who do believe that another world is possible? What can you offer? So for me, I realized that however much we are speaking, we need to include some actions. That's why I started doing a survey with my friend. We went in schools. One was in Mubende. We found kids, like these primary kids, on a mango tree enjoying fruits. Then we are like, seems like this is the only way we can attract these kids. We need to push climate change curriculum in schools. We need to show the teachers that climate change need a full syllabus. So what we did, we went back and discussed with my friends, activists, fellow activists, how we can go back to these schools and start spreading the gospel. And one of the solutions we concluded on was to go back with some oak trees fruits mostly. These are like mangoes and oranges. So those, we plant them in schools. One, the moment we found those kids on that mango tree, it indicates that they like fruits. Once you give her or him a tree, definitely they will take care of that
They look
tree.
after it.
Yeah, they will look after it.
Knowing I'm going to eat.
They have a belief there is that something coming. In Uganda, that's the thing which is here. How do I gain? That's the question. Everyone is asking, how do I gain? Okay, if I do this, how do I gain? Mm-hmm. So for us, we tell you, don't you eat mangoes? What about oranges? During the lockdown, everyone was advised to buy lemon, what?
Yeah.
So such stuff, if you had them at your home,
You'll be eating them every day.
you'll be eating every day, you'll be making money because people made money in fruits.
Yeah, I remember lemons were very expensive.
Yeah, lemons were very expensive, but people didn't see that coming. So for me and my friend, I realized that to attract young people, you need to offer them something so that they can listen. Now, when you go to any school with those trees and you give them and tell them, this is orange, I want you to plant them at your home. Please take care of them. Definitely, they will listen to you. You can even say anything you want.
Oh, so the trees you're giving, these orange mango trees, the fruit trees,
yes,
you give to a school, but then the kids can take them home and plant them at their parents' houses.
Yes, not only at school.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Yeah. When they take home, even a parent will be...
Yeah, it's a mango tree.
Yes, will be happy. Say like, yeah, at least my kid is owning a tree. He's owning a mango tree. This is his. This is us. So that's what we do. Even teachers are always happy because...
And it won't be cut down. People never cut down fruit trees.
Definitely. Teacher always promises us to take care of those trees.
Okay.
They are always happy.
Yeah.
Because now, they also know they are expensive. The seedlings are expensive.
Yeah.
To get one, just a mango tree, is at around 6,000 to 7,000 Ugandan shillings.
Okay. So this time you were using your own money
Yeah.
to get these trees and then try to cause some change, at least.
Yeah. That's why action is very expensive. It's very expensive to adapt. Sometimes it requires sacrifice. Because like me, I need to first raise some funds through the interviews I do. So when I raise like 300 ganshins, I can buy. Because they're expensive. You cannot just go there with just 100,000. You will not get enough. And you know kids, the moment you give one,
all
another
of them want.
They'll give this one. They'll be like, yes, even me. In the end, they are done. So I want to include young people in climate action.
When they are still young.
Through trees and planting, growing up, knowing that the importance of trees is not all about selling timbers, but also you can eat it. You can get something from it.
Okay, that's good. So how many schools did you, you said back before the lockdowns, how many schools then did you get to? The one in Mubende? In
Mubende there was one. One is in this side over, is in Tinda. Then another one was still, we went back in West Kasese. There's even a friend of mine who invited me. Okay. Yeah, so the last one was in Kasese. That's when schools closed.
That was just before the lockdown, before March 2020?
Yes.
Okay.
So when schools closed again, it was a setback on my side.
I know, because that was your plan. I'm going to enter this through the schools.
Definitely. My plan was interrupted and I was like, I need to find another solution. So this second solution was to start again engaging with the community. How can we engage community in saving the environment? So I had to go back to ground with my people and ask them, what can we do? Because these people in the community, they question a lot. Who ask you this. Okay, if I do this, what can I do? So we had to look for a way of engaging them. We started approaching them with some trees. Not many, but these local trees.
Were they still fruit trees?
No, this time indigenous trees. Just we wanted to show them that when you save our biodiversity, there are many jobs you can get from it. Mostly let's say protecting forests. Forests, you always see tourists coming to Uganda. Even last year, when we were in lockdown, you heard our president said, please, people can be home, but don't close the airport. Don't close the what? The airport. Because they do believe the biggest money we make, income is coming from tourists. We cannot stand without that. And these tourists don't come to see how we spend our lives. How is Uganda? How would Uganda enjoy life? No. They come to see those natural resources. The reason why we are part of Africa, because of our natural resources. Rivers, lakes, forests. Today, Bugoma was sold. We tried our best. Government never bothered to help us. Maybe they were behind it, we are not sure about that, but they never bothered. So when I started engaging in community, I tried to show them, here in Uganda, you do believe that when you plant a tree, some use them as a retirement benefit, that when you plant your trees, you sell them some.
Yes, I know people who they invest in planting eucalyptus on acres and acres and acres.
Definitely, they know that women will approach them and buy something. So they are after that. But remember, one tree that you are going to sell, it will not go beyond 30,000 Ugandan shillings. But what about that money a tourist is going to bring every year? Because the moment they come in Uganda and see how beautiful it is, definitely they will call their friends to come in. That's why we are even lucky. We have tourists who come. However much we are destroying, they still love what we have. So I told this, I brought this in community to show them that there are a lot of things in protecting biodiversity.
And I like that you were using, at least with the communities, you're thinking of indigenous trees.
Yeah.
Because I found that a lot of people, some people think they're trying to save the environment, but they bring trees that are not indigenous. If a tree is not indigenous to the environment, it can't support the ecosystem in that environment because it's not indigenous.
It's not. And also, even you see, we are losing a lot of birds. You are no longer seeing, some of us who grew up in village, we know the songs from those birds. Birds can sing, by the way, if you didn't know. So those indigenous trees are the one who can attract birds.
The birds.
Yeah. These other trees, eucalyptus and so on, I've never seen birds.
The birds just leave.
I don't know why.
I don't know.
And mostly when you see, whenever you see someone planting those trees, just know it's after money.
But then, also what I noticed that in the eucalyptus, too much light gets into them.
Yeah.
Like the sun, because they don't have that many leaves. The leaves are so thin, if you can even call them leaves, they're like little figs.
Yeah.
They're so thin. So when the sun shines, it actually goes all the way to the ground.
Even it doesn't cover the water inside the ground.
So I think because of this too much, and now I'm thinking of a bird. As a bird, I want a shade.
Definitely.
These trees wouldn't give you a shade because the sun will just hit you.
Yeah. Even those ones cannot attract tourists.
Because they're not leaving their countries to come and see eucalyptus that they have.
That one is everywhere. Because actually today, when you see there was a policy which was passed on by UK. Actually it was that EU Commission. They sat and approved that biomass is one of the clean energy we need today. But what is behind biomass is taking away our forests. Biomass, when it's being processed, both that process of making it requires burning forests, wood.
Okay.
So we are receiving
a lot of wood.
Yeah, we are receiving wood, forest disappearing in fake solution like biogas
Energy.
Yeah, biogas energy. They say is one of the clean energy.
But it's not
We are
clean.
trying to fight fossil fuel by adopting biogas energy.
But it's not clean. It's
It's not
destroying
clean
more sustainable things.
Yes.
Speaking of forests, we were talking earlier, and I said that the reason, in fact, we are talking today is that I saw you on Twitter. You had posted things where you're saying that you had gone to Mpanga Forest to plant, to reforest it.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, so Mpanga Forest, I think, is one of the next after Mabira Forest, one of the biggest.
It's
for
the
me,
second biggest. Wow.
Yeah, according to what I see, because I used to think Bugoma was next to Mabira, but after Bugoma has already gone,
It's not Bugoma. It's not Bugoma.
no more.
It's not,
Now
it's not a forest anymore.
Yeah. So Mpanga Forest, when we went there for a tour, we discovered a lot of stuff. We saw a lot of degraded areas in the forest. They are wise when they are selling out or when they are cutting those trees. They cut in the middle.
So when you're on the outside, you think, wow, thick forest.
Yeah, definitely. You be like, wow, this forest, at least we have this. But what is inside will surprise you.
It reminds me of Amazon, because Amazon, on the outside, people would see the Amazon forest. But then when people took drones, they're like in the middle, huge patches of empty land.
The same thing happening this side now.
It's the same, okay.
The same. So when I went there, I was like, what is happening seriously? Forests are disappearing. We are crying for carbon sinks. Gas emissions are increasing. How are we going to fight this when these forests are no more? Kampala is already polluted everywhere. So I came back, I talked to my friends. They were like, no, Morris, there is a campaign going on. We are organizing a campaign. We want to plant 2,500 trees. Re-afforestation, re-afforestating Mpanga Forest. I said, what? Are you sure? They say, yes, we have to go. We are going with you, Morris. I was like, yeah, at least thank you for alerting me. That was on 18th September. We went there. And definitely, what we tried, actually, that's what I can say. We tried to replace. It's not even a half what.
So you didn't fully complete.
Yes.
You couldn't complete the job because you didn't have enough trees.
Yes.
So the part that has been cut is bigger.
It's bigger. Inside. You can't see it when you enter. But keep on moving, checking. You will see. Because I had even a breweries donated some trees to those guys last year. But still
there's a patch.
Okay. It's not enough.
So how many were you when you went to Mpanga? How many were you?
The number was around, I think it was 2 buses, that is around 40 something, 48 or 46.
Okay.
Because it took 2 buses.
And you spent a day, were you actually digging and putting the things in the hole?
Definitely.
Okay.
Dig,
you plant the tree.
Plant the tree, move.
Okay.
We ended up even eating the sugar canes we found that side. Because the land was already taken by the farmers. They want to do farming.
Yeah.
I wonder who allowed them
into the. I guess whoever cut down the tree.
I don't know, but it is surprising. But what is happening inside?
So when you guys did plant these trees, you planted them what in one day?
2,500 were planted in one day.
One day. Okay. Wow.
It was hard for us. We left that side at around something like 6 something.
Yeah.
Evening, but we went in the morning.
Wow, and you worked all day planting this. And you're saying that even the plants, even the ones that you planted, they're not enough. They still need.
Mpanga Forest, if it's still respected as they used to say, they need some reforestation. In that forest. They need more trees. So
are you guys working in your movement, given that now you've identified Mpanga Forest as something that needs to be reforested, and you've tried, but more needs to be done. Have you studied? Have you thought of engaging Nema? Because I think they have seedlings that they usually give away seedlings. I see them advertising where they say that, they can give away seedlings. So wouldn't you engage them so that they can give you the seedlings to reforest Mpanga?
By the way, everyone would like to engage Nema in this.
Nema, sorry, I mentioned Nema, but I meant National Forest, NFA.
Yeah, NFA. Everyone would like to include NFA in this. And also, we always like to approach them. But the challenge with NFA is that it takes 6 to 5 months to approve your request.
Oh.
So when you apply today, this is what? October. You get them in March.
Next year, March.
March. And there's a possibility of even rejecting your request. So sometimes it's always better when someone donates.
It's easier, it's quicker.
Yeah, when someone donates, you just go and buy. And
so
with
if someone listening here says, you know what, I like the idea of reforesting Mpanga, and I would like to donate X amount for them to, as part of the contribution, how would they get in touch with you?
Yeah, I'm always on, I have my social media platforms. I use Nyombi Morris, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. That's what I use, Nyombi Morris. Yeah, always, there are many people who are doing this. You might not find me, but there are different people. You can also Google out and find out what is happening in Mpanga Forest. We don't want to lose the same forest as we lost Mpanga Forest, because it's now gone. It's now Hoima sugar land. So such stuff, we need people to work together. If a company is there and I would like to donate, we welcome everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, because even the protectors need some cash, some
the guys
some
who are on the
funds.
ground. Yes.
Yeah, we found a guy who is trying. He told us, man, I'm always here, but from nowhere you find people coming. You'll be like, who is behind those guys? And they are serious. They want to do farming, and they start up.
And he's this guy protecting Mpanga, who was with you guys.
Yes,
when
the
you were
one
reforesting. He works for which government agency?
He said he's for NFA.
He works with NFA. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So in a way, he's capable of getting seedlings from NFA. Because he works for NFA.
Yeah.
NFA gives out seedlings to...
He works with them.
Yes.
But not every time that trees are available.
Okay.
Yeah, it has to be in a budget. It's in a budget. It cannot just
it's a cost. Okay.
come. Yeah. It's like a budget. As you see that every year they release a budget. We'll give you this and give you this. Yeah. So for him, he's always...
Mpanga may not get.
Yeah, Mpanga we may not get, because there are different people who apply for those trees.
Okay.
Yeah.
Morris, we've almost come to the end of our discussion. A whole 30 minutes gone. But do you have any last words? Just
call upon everyone, mostly the youth, that this work as activists, we are not paid to do this. We started this. That's why in my conversation, you didn't hear anything like, I'm paid. Once you have love for humanity, you have love for your future. Actually, it is your future. No one is going to come out and stand for you. If you believe hunger kills, then stand up for those who are unable to get what to eat. If you believe there is like nature, if you do believe you can earn a job in just protecting biodiversity like forests, definitely wake up, come and join the movement, stand for what you believe in. This is your future. People are getting money on social media through taking pics only. Pics are paying. And this is the money you need. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you had it. That's Nyombi Morris. And if you'd like to support their initiative to reforest Mpanga Forest, you can certainly get in touch with them. And, to get the indigenous trees that are needed to actually reforest Mpanga Forest. Otherwise, subscribe to our channel, and thank you so much.